Alderman Alan Breslin. Councillor Angela Dobbins. Councillor Paul Gallagher. Councillor Derek Hussey.
Aye.
Councillor Christopher Jackson. Councillor Dan Kelly. Councillor Keith Kerrigan.
It's way more, I'll be a wee bit late.
Alderman Holly McClintock.
Here.
Councillor Kieran Maguire. Councillor Philip McKinney.
Here.
Councillor Aileen Mellon. And Councillor Sean Mooney. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, I'd like to remind everyone who is in remote attendance that this meeting will be broadcast live via the Council's YouTube channel. It will be available for viewing by the public and media. The broadcast will also be available for repeat viewing at a later date. This broadcast may be terminated or suspended in accordance with Council protocol. Members and approved speakers are reminded to only have their mics and cameras on while speaking at the meeting, and to use the chat facility to highlight a request to speak. By participating in this meeting, you're consenting to being filmed and to the use and storage of these images for broadcasting or training purposes and for the purposes of keeping historical records and making those records available to the public. A copy of the Council privacy notice may be found on the Council website, www.derrystrabane.com. I'd also like to remind members that this is a hybrid meeting. Okay, so officers and speakers will use the virtual meeting. I'd also like to remind committee members that they will have no voting rights if they are on a virtual meeting. Thank you. Any declarations? Right, Chair, moving on to Chair's business, I'm going to ask Maura to give us an update on the portal and with regards to the Article 17. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Members, I've circulated a letter that I just thought I wanted to bring to your attention in terms of verbal update, in terms of the portal, the new planning IT system for ourselves. You will have read the letter, and it highlights some of the progress that's been made, but importantly, it's highlighting a slight delay in the data migration process. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. We don't have any details in regard to that as of yet, but I will bring back a formal paper in September updating you on the detail on that, which I expect should be more clearer then, and I'll be able to clarify the situation. So that was really all I wanted to do, Chair, in regards to that. The second piece of information I just wanted to update you on, and you'll have got the correspondence in your emails. It relates to a request last month at the Planning Committee where members had requested the Chair to write to the Minister for the Department of Infrastructure. We have received correspondence in regard to both those cases, both basically advising that the process in considering the Article 17 is underway. However, they haven't come to conclusion yet. So it's just to let members know that we are still no action and to report on either of those particular cases. That's really it, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Maura. There's a couple of items I'd like to bring up. We've had requests for 2 site visits from members of the committee here. It is item 4, LA 11-2020-0549F, which relates to the Greenway. We've also had a request on item 3, which is LA 11-2018-0216F, which is Orchard Way Industrial Estate, Strabane. Okay, so they will not be heard today as they've been deferred for a site visit. Okay. Right, another item I'd like to bring up is I believe you've all received correspondences to yourselves from members of the public and groups. I would ask you to not take these correspondences into account in making your decisions. These individuals and groups have been made aware of the correct protocol to use. Go ahead, Councillor.
Thank you, Chair. And Chair, through you,
It may be the appropriate time now and save a bit of time later. Could I propose a site visit for application number 10, LA11 2019 0987F?
Do we have seconder on that? Right, okay. Just bear with a second. Thank you for that, Councillor Dobbin. Right, would any members feel it was beneficial to have a site visit or not have a site visit? Go ahead there, Alderman.
I think it might be beneficial to have a site meeting on that, Chair.
Okay, then we'll defer that for this week and we'll organise a site visit. Thank you, Councillor Dobbins. Councillor Kelly?
I missed the reason for the site visit. Just wondering.
Councillor Dobbins? What was the reason for the site requesting site visit, please?
Not being able to see exactly by the application. When I went through the application, I wasn't actually able to see what the objectors, were referring to. And I think it would be very beneficial if we were actually there, because drawings and heights and everything else, when there already is houses, there, I'd just like to be able to weigh it up to the best of my ability. And like, it is an area that I would have known, and until I seen this application, I threw me, I just wasn't able to understand it. So I think it would be beneficial just to see the heights and what is the objectors' initial thoughts. Thank you.
I would totally concur with that, Councillor Dobbins. I've actually looked at the pictures and it's hard to get the right perspective of the tree heights and how dense the trees are. And this is one of the letters that's come from an objector about the trees. Okay, Councillor Kelly, happy with that?
Yeah, thank you.
Matters arising, anyone? So- Oh, nice one. My apologies, right. A few late items, as you will see, have come through today and yesterday. What I'd like to do is, before we actually start, I will give you about 10 minutes just to have a quick run through those, if that's okay with all members. And we'll have Maura wishes to speak about a late item.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Just members, I just want to highlight, obviously for the record, that we've received 3 late items in regards, actually 4 late items in total. We have 2 late items in regard to item 1, and that relates to an email from an objector. We've also emailed attached images and correspondence from Alderman Darren Guy, received on the 6th of July 2021. We have received an email from Alderman Darren Guy regarding item 10, but clearly that has now been deferred for a site visit, and members don't need to pay that attention now, but we will obviously look back on that whenever we consider the application at a later committee. Also, in terms of item 4, there was late information just received at 1 p.m. today, and that was a preliminary ecology appraisal, which you would have got by email. Again, that has now been deferred back for a site visit, so there's no need for members to spend time considering that. So it's really only the 2 items relating to item 1 now, Chair, that members need to take time in advance of moving on and the actual planning application items. So that's it for today. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, matters arising, anybody got matters arising from the meeting held on Wednesday the 9th of June? Okay, Philip, you want to come in?
Chair, it's just in relation to item 128 of 21, which is in relation to Victoria Road. Members can advise that I've received the legal opinion in relation to that in the early hours of this morning. Members, I'll take you through that orally whenever we go into confidential business.
Okay, no matters arising. Okay, we're going to run into the running order, which is 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 7, and 8. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'll repeat again, sorry. Running order is 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 7, 8. Okay, if you'd like to take 5, 10 minutes to have a quick read of the late items. Okay, members, we're happy to move on. Okay, number 1 is A 2140035 RM, and Sarah is going to take us through that.
Chair, item 1 is A 2014-0035 RM. This is a reserved matters application following an outline approval by the Planning Appeals Commission, and the proposal is for a residential housing development comprising a mix of detached and semi-detached units, 164 in total with garages. It includes associated site works, including amendment of levels, landscaping, wastewater, pumping station, and off-site roadworks. And the site is located at Drumahoe Industrial Estate at Drumahoe Road, and the recommendation is to refuse. This application was deferred from being heard at the committee meeting on the 4th of December 2019 for officers to consider representation made directly to DFA regarding unauthorised EIA development on the site. So this is the site location plan. The site is located in Drumahoe and on former industrial lands on Drumahoe Road. The site is 7.68 hectares, bound to the north by countryside. River Faughan is to the east of the site and separated from the site by a sheet pile flood defence. Dwellings are located west at Ardlock Road, and a public house is also located opposite the site. This is an aerial photograph of the site before unauthorised works took place on the site. And this is in terms of an environmental impact determination and assessment. In November 2017, Council redetermined the application under the EIA regulations and determined that an environmental statement was required as unauthorised works on site had taken place. This included the breaking up of hard surface areas, infilling and land raising, and Council considered the development could have likely significant effects on the environment and on River Faughan and tributaries SAC, ASSI as a result of the unauthorised works that had taken place on site.